Line for the FOMC. So guys, you got cooked in the AM? Did you get chopped up? Did you aim for too much profit? Or did you just get mad and start over trading? That's why I don't even look at the AM. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Pretty bad. Were there any opportunities? Maybe the CISD there to the buy side. That's a tough one. If you shorted here, couldn't cover the low. Pretty sloppy. I don't think I would have taken anything. What's good, Emerald? Wait, isn't that just you followed your rules just oversized? It's a tough day. I'm gonna be honest. Usually, it's high resistance. I'd say that much. What's up, man, Gotti? We're gonna start after 2:30. So if you don't know, we'll cover the game plan. We'll cover the game plan. But there's a 2-stage news release. We definitely want to wait for that second stage. Trump speaks at 4 too. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough session. Today we're gonna half risk, but half risk is okay because we're pretty likely to let's work on this account. We're pretty likely to get a good risk to reward trade, right? Or at least whatever we do decide to take. So good afternoon, brother. $8,000. Nice. What do you think about shorts to London lows at market open? To me, it doesn't even. What do I think about it? It's not something I would ever look to take because I don't think I will ever be trading the morning of FOMC. So how do you say it? You just gotta click save when you sign in the first time. Glad you didn't trade AM. Yeah, me too. Although I haven't traded in a really long time, but still glad. Yo, what's good vibes? That was a funny text. Low-key expecting to dump off Doom at FOMC. I'm not trading unless I see a good A plus. Nice, bro. Did you good morning? I didn't trade the morning. I don't trade the morning of this FOMC. Yo, check out VWAP. I don't know what that is. Gandhi can execute during FOMC on Alpha. 2 minutes after 2:30. Let me double check that with Financial Juice. Yeah, so you see they're about to drop the news release. And then the press conference. Let me double check. I think so. Should be able to. But we'll double check. There's the first candle. Where'd you find that calendar? You can look at Forex Factory or you can look at Financial Juice. Did you have a good morning? Oh no, I had a good morning. Yeah, I did. Have you? Yeah, you can save it pretty good. What's good, Manny? Caught a 1 to 7. Nice, bro. What's good, Insta? What's good, South on a Sunday? MM, what's up, brother? Raj, Jojo, Manny, LeBron, what's up, brother? Rob, still no cut on rates? Of course not. Maybe in September, in my opinion. We go BND. What's the plan? Right now, the plan is to wait till 2:30. That's the real plan. I'm early. I'm really early. I was supposed to start at 2:15. Trading's 2:30. Right now, the plan is wait. You can execute in 30 seconds on alpha if you want. Didn't even check today. That's what I'm saying, bro. Why wait till then? Because the second stage of the news release is at 2:30, right? So usually what happens, you can use Project X with alpha, yeah. The giveaway is tomorrow, yes. Send me a screenshot of it. Every single time I try to sign in with TraderVate, there's a button, and if you keep it what it's at, then it saves. Rare encounter GatieTrading PM live. I always trade FOMC. Listen, there's one day every single month that I will not trade the morning on stream. I will do the afternoon, and that is the FOMC day. Why wait till then? Because the market is usually, most of the time, what happens in FOMC is you'll see the real run happen at 2:30. You'll see a large move at 2:30, right? PM model, today is not a 1R AT. We're not looking for 1R today. We're looking for ideally higher R. We want to see a higher risk to reward setup, right? Today is not 1R ATM model. Too volatile to look for 1R ATM model. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Alpha Futures giveaway. Are you gonna risk down? Today we're gonna half risk. Listen, we're gonna half risk, and then we're gonna look for a higher risk to reward trade. That's the game plan. What did it pay 400 if Alpha didn't have that rule? I mean, you can trade before and then close it after. Like you can trade at 13.55 and then say you shorted, and then you close it 2 minutes after. You can hold through news. You just can't enter right before or enter right after or exit right after. Long or short, we'll cover the game plan in 7 minutes. I need 800 to pass. Do you think I should look for a 1R risking 800 like a 2R 400? How many days you got, Roger? I'm not sure about Top Step. Are you trading your one? Today's normal trading. We're still going to use the protraction model. But if definitely not just looking for 1R. Can I still enter the giveaway? Yes, you can. You can still enter the giveaway today and Friday because I won't be trading Monday. Today and Friday. You have 2 more days. I would just go based on the trade, Roger. See the setup that forms, and if you think 2R is possible, go for it. And if you think it's a really guaranteed easy 1R, I would just risk the 800. It's not the worst thing. I've done it before. Sometimes I'm like 750, 800 from passing. I just risk, 800. What prop firm to use? Top Step, Alpha, and Apex. These are my settings. I can show my canvas colors, yeah. So the canvas, E9, E8, E7, E9, E8, E7. The symbols is 444444, and then except this one is just white. I wouldn't trade before 2:30. If you're trading this, I personally wouldn't wait. $1,000 for a mini on TraderVate? Yeah, that is correct. Nasdaq E-mini, need $1,000 margin, assuming the normal rates. Fed needs to cut rates. I think he will. Is it not too late for trades? No, brother, it's too early. On today, Wednesday, July 30th, the FOMC statement, and before that, the federal funds rate is too early. We gotta wait till 2:30. Some people long at AM, which I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. If you traded the morning, unless you know for a fact that that specific characteristic or that specific, condition is good for you, then you gambled. Message me on Discord, Othman. Somehow managed to take 1R in the morning shorts. 1R is good. That's what I used to do in my opinion. Like just aim for less. You can still find setups. It's just a lot of times the liquidity gets engineered and it's not going to go to the levels you would go for. So what I used to do is just aim for 1R, or I would half risk. You hit TP, doesn't matter if you hit TP or SL. Anyway, I'm not saying don't trade the morning. I'm saying make sure you go back in time, study FOMC morning, and then decide, do you want to trade FOMC morning or not? Rather than just showing up every single day, trading and acting like every single day is equal. I'm not saying it's bad to trade. I'm not saying you shouldn't trade it. I'm saying go back in time and find out whether or not you want to. Don't let the fact that you hit TP last time or this time or whatever it was determine whether or not you're going to trade it. You know, you have to figure it out for yourself. I don't know what your name is, but with the bomb emoji, that's basically what it was for me too. It looks like it gives you a good setup, and it just fizzles out every time. What's good, Robbie? No trades for me yet. FOMC day, I do not trade the morning. Hard rule for me. It's good, Danny. You don't want to know? Yo, I don't blame you, bro. There's nothing wrong with getting so many accounts, but I also want what's best for you. So you know what? Maybe send me a message and let me give you some of my advice. Because I've been there, bro. I've been there. Privilege of being a trader. I'm going on holidays next for 2 weeks and I can still make money. That is beautiful indeed. Are you bearish? We'll cover buys. Not yet. In the morning, it cooked me, guy. I don't know what happened to my site today. Lost an account. I mean, I feel like you just, in my opinion, you want my personal advice from my personal experience. Just deciding to even open the charts in the morning session, you're setting yourself up for failure, right? It's like choosing to win a basketball one-on-one and you chose LeBron James to be your opponent. Like you're setting yourself up for failure, you know? You're setting yourself up. That's one thing. Now, should it have led to you blowing your account? No. It's not an excuse, right? But you got to understand, you got to take accountability. If you haven't seen my hold on, let me put you guys on, bro. I'm going to say it again. Hold on. Everyone hold on. Hold on. If you haven't seen this video on my YouTube channel, I don't like that the model video has 1.3K views. The system video has 2.4K. Backtest one, I'm happy with that. People want to see the backtest, you know. The learning stuff, great. Watch this video. I promise you, this is the best video that I have ever posted. And this series will also be the best series that I will ever... Like, it's a good video. Has anyone here actually watched it? Because I actually think this is by far the best video I've ever made. I think this series will be the best series I will ever post. And this is only episode 1. The next episode, we're gonna talk about discipline. We're gonna talk about the big D, bro. Straight up, like we gotta talk about the discipline. How awkward was it making that thumbnail? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I spent 4 hours trying to make a thumbnail. I'm still not even that happy with it, but I'm gonna take it. Was it awkward? Yeah, bro, it was awkward. But I was tired of taking photos. I thought the brown looked pretty cool, so I said, "Fuck it." It's going to be a good series. So if you struggle with your psychology, forget, you know what, scratch that. If you struggle with improving, this video, forget the model videos, this video. Good. Do you think every single strategy gives the same type of entry at the end? No. It's only a 10-minute video. It's not even a serious video. You wake up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth, you're setting up, eating an apple, there you go, video's done. Thumbnail on the bottom, I already closed it, bro. I'm not good with thumbnails, bro. I'm so picky. 2016 cash series incoming? What? Seeing a lot of people just calculating risk themselves when I use an automatic EA. Are there any advantages? I have no idea what an automatic EA is, but as long as you know what you're risking before you get into the trade, and I think you're fine. I don't think there's any advantage to either. You live? No, bro. This is a recording. Do you know GXT? I know a lot of things that could be GXT. What are you referring to as a GXT? What PO3 you trade for PM session? It's always 130 power of 3, but we're going to frame an intermediate 230 range expansion. Are you backtesting? No. Why FOMC so quiet? The real move hasn't happened yet. Although it could be quiet. Sometimes it is quiet, but we bullish. We'll cover buys in like 5 minutes. Bro, the thing is, ChatGPT for thumbnails, it gives good photos, but it never gives you the right pixel rate. No matter, even if how many times I tell it, it doesn't give me the right pixel rate. So when I upload it, it's low quality. Nothing I can do. I try resizing it, it's still low quality. So I can't use ChatGPT. Today's FOMC. Well, I'm actually surprised. People still don't know. I've been doing this every day for like a year. Every single month, FOMC day, I trade the afternoon and not the morning. Please tell me PM session time. PM session starts at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time and it ends at 4 p.m. Eastern time. That's the whole session. We're not focused on the whole session. I'm focused between 2:30 to 3:30. Ideally 2:30 to 3. Like we're trying to catch that main move from 2:30 to 3. You want to try sending me one? I can. I don't have one right now, but I can try. Look this guy up. He's a bachelor. I've received no red day for the past 4 months. I wouldn't necessarily trust people with no red days because you know what people do? There's people who trade on live accounts and they have so much margin that they just trade with no stop loss. Now, if he's intraday, or they keep trading until they're green, and they can't because they have so much money to work with until everything goes away. Anyways, I don't care if someone comes out with 100% win rate. It doesn't matter to me. So someone else's performance does not really affect my trading whatsoever. Looking at 23475 as a draw. Everyone's bearish, I think. Would you be requesting shares for the incoming IPO? No idea what that means. Be straight up with you. We'll cover buys shortly. Gatie, please explain from your experience how to trade FOMC news. That's exactly what we're going to do today, brother. If you give me 6 minutes, we'll cover the exact game plan and why. Can you simply just trade while the conference? I'm going to be, once they start talking. He is very good. He is in T-Trades mentorship. That's good, bro. I'm glad someone's finding success. Can you explain payouts on Apex because of the trailing drawdown? The easiest way to get a payout on Apex. Let's say $1,000 payout, okay? This is what you're going to do. So simple. Listen closely. You're going to aim to make $3,000, okay? And all you have to do is make sure your best trading day is not 1,000. That's it. That's all you got to do. Actually, 900. Right, hold on, let me. All you have to do to get a payout on Apex, say you want to get $1,000 payout. All you have to do is make $3,000 and make sure in one given day you don't make more than 900. That's it. That's all you have to do. Is it safe to take a trade but not until 2:30 on Alpha? You can trade right now. Just make sure if you're going to take a trade, it's not 2 minutes before or after news. What's good, Jerry? What's good, H? To be honest, it's good that you'll stop streaming on YouTube because I want to start depending on if it's a non-copy or if I get the confidence. Yeah, a lot of people don't necessarily copy me, but they trade similar and they like the confidence factor, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't even think necessarily copying is a bad thing. I actually think copying can be a good thing because you get the practice of clicking the button, but you have to eventually get out of it, you know? Confidence of pushing the button, you get like the, what's it called? Like the repetition of pushing the button, losing, winning, managing. You learn. It's like, you know, Alpha Eval, you're fine. No, I don't mind people copying for free. But what I do mind is people like a lot of the haters who hate on me are just people who happen to lose when I copied, And I don't need that. Wish I could copy trade politicians. They're printing. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of insider going on. Please make a video on how to trade NFP FOMC. I can do that. I can definitely do that. I mean, I'm always gonna trade it live. So tomorrow I'll be live. Tomorrow's Thursday, but on Friday I'll also be live. How much would you risk on an Apex funded? I would risk $200 per trade. Looking for FOMC statement 2 p.m. to CST on the 15. Tomorrow I will be live. Maybe we'll trade an eval, but nothing on the fundeds. Buffer is the problem. Like I said, keep it very simple. Very simple. If you're trading Apex, you think 2K monthly payout 50K are realistic? I think that's not as hard as you think it is, assuming you have multiple. All you have to do on Apex to get a payout, I would keep it very simple. In the back of your mind, your target is to make $3,000 on the account, right? 53,000. You start at 50. You're trying to make it 53,000, right? Make sure your best day is not 900. That's all you have to do. You can profit 800. You can profit 850, but your best trading day cannot be more than 900. That should be pretty easy because if you risk 200, that's 4 risk to reward. Okay? Don't be greedy. It's 4 risk to reward. Tomorrow we're gonna give away 4 Alpha Futures accounts. The buffer is actually 2,600, Amir Hartley. But if you make 53,000, you can request $1,000 because you can request 500 on top of the buffer plus 500 into the buffer. Kind of confusing, I know, but just know if you make 53,000, you can request about $1,000. Gatie, start making trade recap videos on the setup you took. Brother, every single time I take a video, I post it. Every time I take a trade, I post it on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram. What happens when I was up 500 and got out break even to the trailing threshold move? The trailing threshold will move from 2,500 to 2,000. Yes. So if you want price, 2R trades, right? If you're going to do fixed 2R trades, risk 250, fixed 2R. Boom, done, easy. 2R, win or lose. Keep it until you get the buffer. That's my personal game plan with Apex. Yeah, I know, but an in-depth video on why you took the trade on YouTube. Oh, you mean like, that's a good idea. You know what, Cyprov? I think that's probably what I'm going to do once I finish this psychology series. Let me finish this psychology series. It won't be long. I'll start posting like 2 episodes a week. It's only going to be like 6-7 episodes. And then we're just doing full trade recaps. Wins and losses. You know what I mean? I post the losses. You learn from the losses. You don't learn from the wins. In-depth videos would be good. I'll break down everything from the economic calendar to the pre-market plan to the actual trade and the management and what I could have done better. I'll break down the P&L. I'll break down the risk management, the money management, and I'll break down how I journal it as well. It'll be like a 7-minute video. Easy. Fix 2 hour in the morning session and 1 hour in the PM session would be good. Sounds perfect to me, bro. You could even do 1.5 in 1 if you want to make it easier. We'll cover the game plan in 1 minute. Gatie behind you with LeBron. Will you trade to the news high? Don't worry, I'll tell you guys the game plan. I kind of want to see more price action going in too. Like, I still have 10 minutes of information before my window starts. So, and when you get buffer, how much you risk on funded Apex? I would risk the same, because remember, you can get more accounts. I would risk $200 on Apex because you have 2,500 to work with. That's why it's more than my other accounts. I would risk 200. You can get 20 accounts, man. You can get 20. Don't let the fact that saying, "Oh, I'm risking $100," that's nothing. You can get more accounts. You can get more capital. Don't tell yourself, "Oh, I gotta risk 500 because I want to make 1,000 on the day." Like, relax. You're not even making $50 in one day. Why are you risking 500? You know, take a step back. Easiest way to get a payout on Alpha 50K. I'm gonna tell you guys the cheat code. I literally just did this like yesterday or 2 days ago. It's so easy to get a payout on Alpha. Step 1, get funded. That's the hard part, actually. The payout's not even the hard part with Alpha. Straight up, I'm telling you, the hard part is not the payout with Alpha Futures. The hard part is getting funded. Okay? So let's assume you get funded. Listen, Listen closely. 50K account. This is my personal game plan. Risk $125. Okay? $125. Take profit between 1 and 2R. Choose a number. Choose one based on the setup. Choose something between 1 and 2R. Okay? Let's say you did 2R. Okay? That means you're profiting $250. All you have to do is get 3 net winning days. That's it. 3 net winning days. If you can win 3 days, doesn't have to be in a row. You can lose 1 and then win 4. You can lose, win, lose, win, lose, win. That works too. I started my 50K with 1 loss. And then we had 1 win, 2 break evens, and 2 winning days. Requested a payout. How much did you request? All of it. Every single dollar you made, request it. You do not need 5 winning days on a standard account. If you have a 0 account, we'll cover the 0 account. This is my canvas. We'll cover the 0 account. That's the standard account. For the 0 account, very similar. You're going to risk 125 on a 50K fund. This is my plan. I have a 0 account. I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to get rid of my 0 account because I actually don't want it. I want to get a standard so I can copy trade them properly. But I have a 0 account, so we're working on it. It's a little bit different, but this is what you're going to do. Risk 125 for 250. 2R fixed. Okay? 2R fixed. If you have to close it early at $200 P&L for the winning day, do it. But $200 to $250 per day profit target. Don't aim for more. Don't be greedy. Just take it. If this is your first payout, just take it. $200, $250, somewhere profit in there. You're going to risk 125. You're going to do that. It's even easier with the 0 account, believe it or not, because you don't need 3 net winning days. Wait, actually, do you need consistency? I lied. You still need 3 winning days. So you're going to do that until you get 5 winning days. Once you get 5 winning days, you're probably going to be eligible for payout. Top Step's a different story. Top Step, you have to build a buffer. I would recommend you build a buffer on Top Step. So on Top Step, you're going to risk what you risk until you get to $2,000. Then you're going to forget about that $2,000 you made and trade towards getting a payout. Anyways, let's bearish candle. I got you, bro. Let me know if you like this. 44444 for the bearish candle, and then this is white. All right, let's lock in. It's almost time to trade the FOMC. Obviously, we're not going to trade right at 2:30, but let's talk about the game plan. I'm going to be honest. This does not look bearish to me. Yesterday, we took previous day's low. We've been trading higher. It's all-time high market. Looks like we have an SM. No, we don't have an SMT at previous day's low, but this is a daily bullish fair value gap here. I see that. We went right through it. We closed above. And we've had bullish order flow since. In terms of the daily power 3, I mean, we did manipulate lower on New York session. We set a low below midnight, and then we closed above. It's sloppy, but it's there. Remove the wicks. Maybe a little bit cleaner. Not really, if I'm being honest. I think we're cleaner with the wicks. So I'm bullish. Order flows bullish intraday. Order flows bullish on the higher time frame. There isn't really anything telling me that it's bearish. Maybe besides this 4-hour bearish fair value gap. So very simple idea, very simple game plan, right? I'm leaning bullish, but the game plan is simple. We're bullish until if I start seeing really bearish order flow, we're gonna shift and look for a morning session low. Maybe these equal lows. But I think for now we're bullish. I don't know if we're going to get a new all-time high. It's only 100 points. It's really not that much for an FOMC. I'm going to be honest. This FOMC open is pretty lame. Hopefully it gets better at 2:30. I'm scanning through time frames. Usually I don't need to, but because there's so much wicking, it's not easy. I mean, listen, we're definitely going to align long. I don't see how I'm going to take a high probability short. I know we're currently in premium, but if we can come down, take out a low, we can even classic model this if it forms. I mean, we have the accumulation before 2:30. If we get the soup up, inverse down, we can target the sell side and then maybe reversal. But I think the game plan's simple. We're looking for high probability longs. Daily order flow is bullish. Intraday order flow is bullish. We swept into the daily bullish for value gap. We closed above. Previous day's high is there. We took previous day's low, closed above. We've been expanding towards it. It's all-time highs, which is always a strong draw on liquidity. We have 50% of the wick as a potential draw as well. I think we're bullish, you know? I think we're bullish. There isn't really anything telling me that it's going to go down except two things potentially. One, the 4-hour CIBI in premium. And two, the fact that we haven't taken out sell side and we've been one directional the entire day. But I'm bullish, if I'm being honest. I'm bullish. So that's the game plan. Looking for high probability longs. If we start shifting really aggressively, it'll be obvious, right? We're going to sweep the buy side and start dumping, and then, okay, we'll switch our bias if order flow shifts. But right now, bullish. That's the game plan. Let's talk about a little bit about the FOMC. So FOMC comes out in two sections. We have the 14 candle, and then we have the 1430 candle. 1430, maybe big, maybe small, I don't know. Is it going to be long? It's usually a press conference. It's not the FOMC, it's a press conference. So Powell's going to be sitting in a chair, probably with some other people around him. And then people are going to ask him questions. He'll start maybe giving a speech. Nothing crazy. Why do you not want to get to the zero account? The reason is I can't request payout on my zero account the same way with the other ones. I also can't copy trade them because I have 100K funded, a 50K funded, and I have my zero. I honestly just got the zero. So I'm going to go for, I'm not going to just blow it on purpose, but I'm probably going to force trade it every single day to force a winning day, which means I'm just going to keep executing until it's a winning day or it's blown. And then I'll take a payout. And if we blow it, then we just get another 50K standard. Is it bad in terms of payout? No, it's not bad in terms of payout. It's a great first account. I'm going to be honest. It's a great first account. If you've never gotten a payout, I would stick with the zero. I would not invest 3 times more money into getting a payout. Just take it. It's 3 times cheaper. You're way more likely to make a return on your investment. The goal is to make money, right, more than you put in. That is the goal. When do you go for 150K? I'm probably never going to go for 150K. Maybe if I was going to go for 150K, it would probably be just on alpha. When am I going to do it? Maybe when I blow these accounts. Maybe I'll go to 100K. Realistically, it doesn't make a big difference for me because I can just try to go for a buffer and it's pretty much similar. In my opinion, it's easier just to make a return on your investment with the 50K. Why not 300Ks? The reason not 300Ks is because my long-term goal, I'm working on my Apex accounts and Top Step. I want them to all be 50Ks. And one thing for sure is if I'm going to be trading Apex accounts, they're going to be 50Ks. Without a question, right? So if that's the case, I want my other firms to also be 50Ks. The only exception could maybe be Alpha Futures because Alpha Futures, it's very easy to get a payout. So maybe what I would do, and I'm trying to decide between the two, Alpha Futures, I get the 3 150Ks, every other firm 50Ks. That's a possibility, but I'm happy with the 50Ks. If it's your first payout, Brez, I would withdraw everything. Anyways, let's lock in, guys. We're going to minimize chat. Chat is minimized. I have all my accounts open. I am looking to execute. I have an Apex eval opened up here. I have my alpha fundeds. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. 50% of the daily wick is there. What I want to see is very simple. If we leave these equal highs, that would be great. If we can come down, soup some sort of low, even if we take out this low, valid idea. 1430 PO3 range expansion. That's what we're looking for. We're bullish. Simple game plan. We may not have to risk half because it doesn't look that volatile. So we're probably just going to risk 1R. I don't think we're going to get like... Sometimes FOMC, guys, is like crazy. Like the candle like this. This is 49 points. That is so lame when I tell you compared to FOMCs in the past. 49 points is nothing. Sometimes you get FOMCs that are like 300, 400, 500 points. So it's a small range, which means we're not that volatile. Which means I don't have to go half risk because we're not going to get multiple risk to rewards. So I can risk normal. I can risk 1R. And I'm happy risking 1R today. So It's not going to be a half risk protocol because volatility is lower. We're taking out the buy side. I'm hoping we don't get to that 50%. I don't want a long high of day, and I also don't want a short high of day. So looks like we probably will. Anyway, we take out the buy side. 1430 opens, straight into the bullish fair value gap, and then looks like we're going straight to 50% of that daily wick. Let's check out the YM. Oh, I'm tripping. YM also bullish. Order flow right now. Dollar, pretty neutral. Overall on the day, dollar seems damn weird. A lot of expansion there. Like, this is so signature of a bearish setup. I mean, we'll see. Maybe not the reversal, but maybe the protraction. I want to align long, but I think asking for the sell side here is not much. Order flow is really bullish, if I'm being honest. We'll just wait. Okay, we're starting to move lower. Some people are going to short this, and I think it's justifiable. Buy side taken, changing the state, obvious sell side level. Decent risk to reward idea. And I see it. I do see it. It's been one-sided. Like, it's a good scalp idea. Usually, when price just goes one-sided for a really long time, and then we take out a buy-side pool after grinding, break down, it's a good scalp idea. But I can't lie, the higher time frame is telling me bullish, so we're gonna have to just sit out of it if it forms short. Yeah. There's some volatility. Okay. There's like no imbalance here. Like 10-minute. We're just gonna have to go based on the next low. So we're gonna have to wait for it to sweep some sort of low. And then look for a long. If someone shorted this, oh man, you probably feel awful right now. Did anyone short that? Just out of curiosity. I have to ask. Did anyone short 1433? And just get absolutely wrecked right now? I know, I maybe not in my chat, but I know some people did. No, didn't get the candle close. Didn't get the candle close. No inversion. Absolutely not. Thank God I didn't go early. I was thinking maybe someone went early because it was looking good. Last second it flipped. I mean, I'm bullish, so I don't even think I would have taken it if it's CIC. I'm thinking about it. But nah. We're gonna stay bullish. Hopefully we can get something. Even if it's like 1R, I mean, I'm not gonna complain. Winning day is a winning day. It doesn't look like we're gonna get to half port this Apex account though. I mean, no, definitely not long from here. No, definitely not long from here. I'll look for a protraction protected low, yeah. But the idea is like I don't this low doesn't need to be protected. I'm gonna go with the order flow. If we come down super low and then we get like an inversion, I'll take that. But if we come all the way down, I'm just gonna wait for reversal from the sell side, and that's it. Protraction is just the name I gave my model. It means delayed move. It means delayed. CIC, nice. Namaste. What's up, Piyush? There's the FOMC volatility. Nice. In Reddit, many people were crying about their pay. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I think those people were lying. I haven't known Apex Alpha to deny one singular payout. If they did, it means they broke a rule, bro. It's as simple as that. They broke a rule. They traded during news, and their payout got denied. And it's not like they took away the account. You got any example anywhere of protraction? I mean, if you have TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram, you can watch me trade live. Like, not live, but I do recaps of the trade playing out live with the protraction model. So if you go to my social media, look at the titles, it'll say protraction or reversal. It'll say like that, and then you can go based on that. How much will you withdraw? 2,400 on Top Step? As much as you can, yeah. What's the longest you kept it funded? I think the longest I kept it funded was that one Top Step 100K back in like May something. It's like a couple months, 3-4 months. Yeah. Or maybe this 100K alpha. I've had this 100K alpha for a while. I have to check when I got it. I think this 100K alpha will be. Please don't answer questions. You right, bro. You right. You 100% right. I'm not even gonna lie. You right. Let's lock in here. So we've got the shift intraday. You can see the volatility here. It's strong. It's strong. So maybe we will have risk, right? We weren't seeing this volatility earlier, but now we are. This short has a lot of narrative built inside with the 50% of the imbalance of the wick. Buy side taken, strong CISD. But I'm bullish, and I do not want to go against. I do not want to trade counter trend right now. So what I'm looking for, if we can take the sell side and offer a potential reversal, double purge, that would be great. If I have the wrong bias and it just keeps going lower, well, that's okay. Right? Simply don't trade then. So there's a change in the state of delivery. Delivered there, lower, a lot of wicking. That's just volatility. Look at the bodies pretty clearly what's happening. Clean breaker block, breaking lower, low there, low there. Everything else is just a wick. That's how I'm seeing this. So what I want to see, if we can break down like this, oh, that would be beautiful. If we got this inside that new week opening gap as well, that would be nice. That would be nice. Hopefully, what I don't want to see is we start spending a lot of time around here, because that would just mean likely consolidation for the session. But looks like we're seeing some speed. ES takes out that low, 1402. YM also in sync. Dollar moving higher in sync. That's what I like to see. Synchronous. These candles are about 15, 25 points. Probably going to be a 2-mini trade on this Apex eval. Say we have 30-point stop. 30-point stop, that's 60. So it's probably going to be around 2 micros on the 50K and 4 micros on the 100K. I usually extend this trading till 3:30. We have Trump speaking at 4. So I don't want to really be in this for too long. Probably after this macro, if we don't get anything, we'll probably just call it. So I like to be done. Like usually I like to be entering around 14:45. Like that's my sweet spot for FOMC. Right before this macro, that's usually where I find my setups. So we're kind of aligned on time right now. We're on side with time. We're getting, hopefully, if I have the correct bias, a manipulation lower here. We engineered some liquidity. I'm doing this as a Judas swing, but I may have the wrong bias. We are getting a full shift, the breaker, the 5-minute, but like I said, I am personally bullish. I may have the wrong bias, and that's okay. To be honest, I don't see us taking out that low. In reality, all we're really doing is coming back to a discount on the day. That's how I see this. So see 50% right there, that new week opening gap high, that's a discount on the day. So if we're at discount right now on the day. Opening price midnight's right there. ES went below all opening prices. So we're in territory for a long. Only thing is we have to see our model form now, which means we need a CISD or a breaker. We're not going to get one here. So what I really want to see, and I already said this earlier, I already drew it out once, but if we get this formation, that would be absolutely beautiful. That's what I want to see. I want to see this come down one more time. Boom. Give me a closure above this. We enter. If you want to be really aggressive, you turtle soup. I'm not going to do that because I don't trade turtle soup. I don't want to influence anyone that's bearish. If you're bearish, trust your bias. That's how you improve as a trader. Just as I don't listen to you guys who are bearish. Don't listen to me because I'm bullish. But I'm going to stay bullish. I don't see myself changing my bias here. I may change my expectation or my anticipation or my bias, but I don't see myself executing a short. So we're going to wait for a high probability long, or we're not going to trade. Hopefully there's a fair value gap in there. Nah, not really. See, if we shift here, there's not much I can do because I would need a CISD. And it's simply not there. It would be all the way up here. I'm not going to execute it if we get there. So I actually have to see another leg down right now. Otherwise, don't see myself finding an execution. So hoping for another leg down. Otherwise, not much we can do. I mean, say we touch this bullish fair value gap like this, and we get a closure above. I mean, that's fine. That's high probability to take out the high, and we can cover our risk on that high. So I guess possible. Say we got something like that, 18-point stop. If we're lucky, we can even maybe get 2R from it. But I don't know. What I don't want to see is this just start going higher. That's what I don't want to see. Is there a 15-second CISD down there? I mean, yeah, pretty ugly though, if you ask me. I want to see a trade lower. I mean, we got a 2-minute inversion, but again, that's not what I'm looking for, right? So we got to stay patient, trust the model, see if it forms. I mean, I really don't want to see this just grind up. Because then I'm going to be honest, it's going to be hard to take an entry. It's going to be hard. I'm hoping we can get one more leg down. I'll take a protraction, right? If we can get this, I think we just formed a 2-minute. Yeah, we formed a pretty nice 2-minute. All I'm asking for is a down close candle into here. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yes. Down close candle. Form the short-term low. Give me the order block. We'll execute. We'll see. Okay, nice. Nice. Hopefully we can continue lower. We could just tap the 1, leave all ambiguity out of it. All right, we're potentially forming a model here. If we can come back above and close above this candle, I'll execute that. It'll be around probably a 20-point stop. So 40 points, 125 is gonna be around 3 micros on the 50K, 6 on the 100. And on this account, I don't know, we'll do 3 minis. We're inside the 2-minute. We're in there. If we get closure above, I won't hesitate. We may get an SMT down here. That also is fine. We already have this SMT. If we get the order block, that's it. No hesitation. We're assuming that to be a short-term low, and we take the buy side. Partial risk covered at the buy side, the rest to all-time highs. Simple game plan. Obviously, if this forms right now, there's no reason to hesitate because I just was able to anticipate, I guess you can say, all that, right? So looking closer to like a 22.5 point stop. Yeah, so it didn't form there, but we still have time. Or scenario number 2, like I already said, which was the ideal scenario. Remember, this would be perfect. Looks like we're probably going to get that scenario, which I'm fine with. That's actually what I prefer to see. Because then we can get a really nice, clear, obvious shift. If I'm right. If I'm wrong, well, we don't get the shift. But if I'm right, we get the shift. So I'm looking at these equal lows. This would be, I would argue if this forms, as I showed like this, which is what I called out a while ago, that would be A+. I don't know if it's going to form. I may have the wrong bias. But I would hope this comes down. That's actually an up close candle too. So in fact, this would be a CISD if we get it. And again, I would I will not hesitate if we get the CISD here after taking the sell side. That's going to be more of a 35-ish point stop. Risk to reward is worse. But not much I can do really. 35 point stop, $70. It's going to have to be a 2 micro trade again. So do some math here. We can read 3 minis on this account. I don't know if it's a full port or a half port, but I mean it's an Apex eval. It's $15. So this is your minor buy side liquidity pool. Yeah. So if we get the CISD, I don't need to see this low get taken. We went below that liquidity pool twice now. We don't have to take out the actual swing low. We can, doesn't matter. If we do, fine. There we get it. Now we'll see if I have the right bias or not, right? If we reverse from this level after tapping the midnight opening price, I have the right bias. If we don't, well, we had the wrong bias. Could I look for a protraction short inside this macro? Maybe. We'll see. It'll be a quick call. It'll be a quick call because if we don't reverse from here, that's clear bearish order flow. So we'll see. But for now, I want to see if we can reverse from here. The CISD would be here now. So just closure above the new week. That's a 40-point stop. Oh my. Now we're getting volatility, man. Now we're getting volatility. Did we respect anything in premium there? Not really. ES did. Well, ES did actually there. So if you look at the 3-minute, it's pretty clean. Even the 5-minute's pretty clean on ES. Just a nice retracement and then breakdown again. So I'm starting to consider we potentially just have the wrong bias. We're getting closer and closer to that morning session low. I'll keep it marked out. Even if I Even if I was bearish, I don't see myself executing anything here. Maybe that's CISD. Maybe. But again, we're seeing if we get the reversal here. I want to see this wick aggressively. I want to see it stay above this fair value gap and above that liquidity pool. That would be a change in the state. That's a tough stop loss, though. I'm going to be honest. That's a tough stop loss. Even at the body low, it's 31 points, 60 a micro. It's 2 micros. At least it's 2.2 wide to the high. So we'll see if we get closure above or not. Basically above new week opening gap. Looks like we'll make a run for that morning low. I mean, order flow has shifted, right? Gonna remove that macro timer. I'll remove this green line because new week opening gap low is right there, right? I don't know what this box is. What's that daily? You can even see the daily candle. 50%. Looks like it's. Might even go to previous day's low. It's possible. This is probably a bias switch. I'm gonna be honest. So if we can get a protraction model short, I'll likely execute that. Yeah, I probably would execute that. So we'll keep an eye. If we get a, I'm gonna switch my bias here. We would have reversed. If we get a protraction model, I'll take it. If not, well, we missed the move. It is what it is. I really don't see myself executing this because this didn't really come from any specific level. Even if I did, let's see, it would be off this inversion. Okay, we got the stop. Best case scenario. The risk reward is just not there. I'm going to be honest, it's not. I mean, 2R to morning session low. It's kind of there. If you put the stop at the high, it's not there at all. So don't really feel like I've missed anything too crazy. Either way, I wasn't bullish. So I wasn't bearish. So like the way this candle closes will tell a lot. Is that oh, we have SMT at morning low now? That changes things. That changes things. That changes things. Let's keep our options open for now. To be honest, it's not too clear. ES is taking out low of day. ES is almost at previous day's low. Almost the daily bullish fair value gap. I don't think we're gonna get a nice protraction model. So what would we have to see? This 4-minute looks nice. 3-minute looks nice. 2-minute looks nice. We just have to see a retracement higher so we can short. I don't think we're gonna get it. I'll mark out the morning session low. ES almost at a previous day's low there. 6396. I feel like maybe when Trump speaks, it might reverse higher. ES takes previous day's low there. This looks pretty gone. I'm going to be honest. Looks pretty gone. ES taking previous day's low there. ES about to enter the daily bullish fair value gap. YM likely taking all those levels as well, yeah. Yeah, looks like it. We had the wrong buys. No trades. Did not have to pay any money to find out that we were wrong going into the day. We shifted buys a little bit too late. I don't think if I shifted it here, I would have taken this anyways. so don't really feel like I missed anything. There's AM session low. Previous day's low on NQ, still open. It's a pretty aggressive protraction model. If it forms here, say, this could be a manipulation move from before Trump talks. But I don't know. We don't know what Trump's gonna say or do. Let's see. Did you guys take any trades? Yeah, we're definitely bearish. Stop looking for longs. Oh my god. You're getting edge. Just hit final TP. Yes, better. You wanted the short but hesitated. Unfortunate. It's not really unfortunate. I mean, I don't really mind. I made 5K. I got the top. Nice, bro. I held the runner to previous day's low. My main draw was nice, bro. No, previous day's low. Previous day's low is close. Yes, it's right there. Is this live or funded? I'm trading fundeds and evals right now. Got here, bro. 1454 protraction model. There is a protraction model. 54. No. This would not be a valid protraction. Let me double check before I say it. Because we didn't trade into any imbalance or take out any short-term high. So I can't trust, like say it closes at 1455, I can't trust this high. It needs to trade into some sort of level. That's when I switched my bias, but it wasn't really work. It didn't really show, you know? If we traded into something, like I was looking at this. We didn't get it there. So the bias switched a little too late. The only protraction model was this inversion. This one is valid because it trades into a bearish fair value gap in here on ES. So look at ES, for example. That's a very clean protraction on the S&P. But yeah, my bias switch was too late at that point. So you had a bullish bias too? That's okay. Did ES tap the daily bullish fair value gap? Yes. Runners to previous stage low. I think previous stage low is like, not going to say guaranteed. I would take the bulk of my position off here. If I was leaving runners though, I'm going to be honest, bro. I don't know how long you can leave a runner for, but this might run. This looks like classic algo pumping market shorts right now until some sort of insane level is reached. And I think that's these stacked lows. So me personally, if I was in this trade looking for runners, I would let this shit run all the way down. There's previous day's low. I was bearish off an order block, but news makes me nervous, so I didn't properly follow my system. Well, that's the most important thing, brother. You gotta follow your system, right? You see that 4 hour ended up holding. So yeah, I mean we had the wrong draw, but I wouldn't do anything differently. I still think the safer option was to look longs off the open until we shifted. Maybe once we shifted, we could have seen that here, but I would still be bullish. Then we will take previous days low on NQ. I wouldn't look for a reversal anymore. I think this is going all the way down, like I just said. I believe in you, side tech. Good stuff, bro. I would still be nah. I mean, yeah, me personally, I wouldn't be bullish, but we have a nice breakup block within the 50%. We're at 50 minutes. We respect the low. There's a lot of VIC. We're just going straight to that. This is a large liquidity pool right here, so I wouldn't be surprised if we go straight down. Let's see what the stock markets. How are we green on some stocks right now? Tesla down 9. Yeah, I don't know. Tough. Feels like some people caught it. Shorted $500 on micro. Tomorrow I will be live trading evals. Thank you, Gatie. I mean, I wasn't even bearish, bro, but no problem. This is solid. I want to put more into. Yes, an NQ ETF, so better entry. YM drop. YM also dropped, yeah. YM's almost at those. YM already took that Friday low. No, I didn't trade morning session today. I have a mess with my edge. Don't align with your edge. You gotta trust yourself, bro. You know? Well, you said usually when it's straight up, we get that CSE, you call it bearish. Yeah, like I saw the setup here. I saw the setup, right? It's not like this caught us by surprise. I even said, right? I even said that I see this potentially going, but I'm just not gonna take it because I'd rather wait for a long, and it just didn't form, and we didn't have to pay the price. It's all good. You don't look at strength and use it as your advantage because I don't need that. I already have my advantage, right? And the all-time high got you thinking. That's exactly what it is, bro. And the thing is, I wouldn't change that mindset ever. If we're trading this close to all-time highs, I will be bullish 9 out of 10 times until we really strongly shift. That's always been my game plan in many all-time high markets, to live, mostly in backtest. And that's never going to change, right? So that's why I don't really feel like I missed anything. Because there's no way I would go back and be bearish at this time. I'd want to see shorts, but if I'm being honest, I would still highly prove to anyone that trading this close to all-time highs, it'll more of the time move higher than lower. Look at your face, bro. And voice also. I don't know what that means. You don't think watching YM for SMTs is good or is ES enough? I think ES is enough, yes. If you see that ES is weaker than NQ, why would you not short ES instead or YM? I always short the NASDAQ. I always trade the NASDAQ, but I'll always look at the S&P and manage my trade accordingly. Why? Because NASDAQ's more volatile. I've still seen S&Ps favor ES, and then NASDAQ gives a larger percentage move. NASDAQ simply the more volatile asset. This could be a protraction model. I really don't think I would ever take this, but we can tape read. In class model less probable. In classic model less probable. What do you mean in classic? The classic model here? We can look for longs. My personal, I don't want to give anyone advice. No, classic model less probable. They all offer the same profitability, if that makes sense, right? The win rates change because classic model usually gives higher risk to reward. Reversal model, usually the losses are smaller because you can scale stops quicker. Protraction model has the highest win rate, but in general, they all return the same amount, right? It's not like there's anything special with the returns there. They all pretty much return the same. So, all the same. My protraction model only formed over here. It did not form by the time I switched my bias. This is not my protraction model. I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm done trading now. We missed the move now. It's done. Right? That's why chat's open right now. And I did not miss my model. You win? No, this is a tape read. So this is my model forming in deep discount. That's the one I mentioned. This one, I wasn't bearish at this time. So it doesn't matter. My reversal model formed. I said it. Protraction model formed, although I did not annotate it. I mentioned the very first on top. Yeah, but I wouldn't go back and take this because I wasn't bearish at the time. We were also right there with the equal lows. I wanted to see a reversal from here. I was wrong, right? Admittedly, I had the wrong draw. Yep, this is the close on the monthly. Exactly. Basically a monthly TGIF idea. I just made back all my losses with this thing. Holy. What firm are you trading with, brother? This is a protraction. Exactly. This is a protraction because I can trust. I mean, this is deep discount. This is probably like a B setup. But you can somewhat trust this high. Right? Always your bias wrong. My payout says otherwise, but whatever makes you happy, brother. Nothing wrong, Gatie. Just don't get distracted by chats. Big love. Appreciate you, bro. Top step. It's Lori. Love to hear that, Lori. That's a nice art. I thought that was an R35. I'm tripping. Appreciate you, Chris. See you, brother. Yep, see you tomorrow. Flex on him. Bro, people come in here and they're like, yo, you always lose. You always lose. Bro, yesterday people came in my stream and they're like, you always lose. I was on a 5-day winning streak. How? We just requested a payout. What are we talking about? You know, like, are you in this? No, this is a tape read. If you don't see the execution on screen, it means I didn't take it because I think it's lower probability. That's all, right? Did the model form here? Yes. Did I take it? No. Why? Because I missed the damn move. I'm not going to short this far down into discount. You entered longs off stopped out immediately. I was bullish as well, although my model didn't form long, so I couldn't execute. You gonna take a trade today? No. You look 100% Iraqi. I am Iraqi, and I am 100% Iraqi. You're correct. Damn, this shit is so much more beautiful than the morning. This is why we don't trade the morning session. Yes. CMD delivered. That is exactly what CMD is. You are correct, brother. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate, but it is what it is, bro. We're gonna move to Discord, and there'll be 0 haters at one point. So it is all good. Next week PA should be beautiful. I like the first week of the month usually. Well, boys, yeah, this looks like this tape read is gonna fail as well. I mean, we did take out this low on ES, so. But I managed to win back once. I'm done for the day, but watching this PMPA so good. This is exactly why I usually risk half on FOMC days, because this is the kind of move we look to capture. Did I see this coming? No, honestly, I did not see this coming because we were so choppy in here. Usually this range is way more. But it happened. This is typical FOMC stuff. I feel like we haven't seen an FOMC like this in a while. But it happened. And here we are. Typical FOMC stuff. Typical FOMC stuff. So my weekly outlook, I was talking about these levels. Now I'm not gonna stay on for Trump. I would watch, see what he says, market my dump, market my pump. I don't know what's gonna happen. It would be very funny, in my opinion, if Trump starts talking and we get a crazy reversal. That would be, I'm not gonna say funny, but I mean, that'd be kind of crazy if you ask me. But yeah, no trade day for me. Luckily, we had the wrong bias. Did not have to pay the price to find that out because the model protected us. No trades for me today. No, sir. No trades for me today, brother. Will you look for an ATM model today? I don't look for ATM on FOMC. I look for higher. I trade normal. I guess you can call it normal. Morning, you swept me out, then ran my TP. Yeah, I wouldn't trade the morning session, bro, of FOMC. That's gonna happen more times than not, in my opinion. On the bigger time frame today, was PO3 accumulation and distribution FOMC? Yeah. So obviously, looking back now, it's really clear. Well, I wouldn't say really clear, but this is all just manipulation above the opening price. It's hard to be bearish, though. I'm gonna be honest. There's good reason to go lower, but it's still hard to be bearish. But you know, it is what it is. We're not gonna catch every single move, and I'm glad that we didn't lose. So this is all manipulation above the opening price. And you know what? We knew exactly where we'd be wrong, right? And we said it, right? The only thing that could be bearish about this is that 4 hour. And in hindsight, we respected that 4 hour, although we did come up all the way. Like, see what I'm saying? This is not a bearish indication. This is not a bearish signature. Trading this high up, closing above the 50%, trading this high up, this is a lot, obviously coloring outside the lines. It's FOMC, more volatility, so it happens. But I wouldn't go back and be bearish. Anyway, I'm done saying the words bullish and bearish, bro. I feel like I've said it 50 times. You think market makers know what this is going to do, so they set up positions in place before it? Market makers, you know what? Who asked that question? Jay Lambo? Jay Lambo, you know what I want you to do, bro? Allow me, I'm not even boosting here, bro. Allow me to blow your mind. Market makers are liquidity providers. I would watch this video right here if you want to understand exactly what market makers do and what their role is, and the information I was able to find on algorithms. It's a good video. See that alien? That's the market maker. Trump speaking at 4 p.m. Where can you watch it? You can probably go on YouTube. It'll probably be on Bloomberg or something. Yeah, no trade day. You done for the day? I'm done for the day, brother. Yeah. We are done for the day. It is interesting stuff. I enjoyed doing that research. Zoom out for the 15-minute. You can see the movement turn right into fill. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. I do think so, Roger. Yeah. I mean, from the 15-minute gap, I think that's a higher probability short. I definitely think that's a high probability idea. If I wasn't going to keep trading, that's probably what my game plan would be. I wouldn't fight that order flow, premium array, back above new week, stay below new week. So if we can get into new week and close back below, which is pretty much the same idea as what you're looking for from the 15 that's forming. Strong drawn liquidity. We even left equal lows here. There is an SMT, but if you're bearish, it doesn't matter. Equal lows. So I think that's a good idea. I'm not going to trade it. It's pretty far outside my window. I mean, 220. Do I want to stay here and execute that idea? I mean, we'll stay for a bit. Because this could actually be a pretty solid idea, if I'm being honest. It's forming. We'll see. Final hour macro. But I'm not going to stay for final hour. The issue is Trump speaking at 4. I don't have much experience trading right before when there's a speech after market. I don't really know what's going to happen. What I do know is a lot of the time before a Fed speaks, you see the market hold. And then as soon as they start speaking, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So getting closer and closer to 4, it's risky. But there's still 45 minutes. So it could deliver before then. I'd be pretty surprised if we didn't reach that liquidity pool, or at least close to it. Although ES is like doing business already. It's a good trade idea. You know, if I lost the trade, taking that trade, I would not be mad. Yes, that's 50%. We'll give it a try. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I want to trade this eval. You know, I don't want to hold on to this eval for more than 2 days if I'm being honest. Not on Apex. You'd want to include this. He a fan. Can you? Yep, you can pass in one. Do what? Yeah, that's exactly what I do. I want to pass in 1 day, 1 trade. I do not want to hold on to that at all. I'm gonna draw up an OTE here. All right, we're almost at premium. Nice extension there, 0.27. I think the stars are potentially aligning here. Yeah, I would. Would. Do I want to see the 15 stay open? No, I don't think so. I don't think I want to see the 15 stay open. So if we come up, take this high, close below, do that in a couple of minutes, that's a pretty high quality trade. Can the 15 stay open? Yeah, that would suck. I'm gonna be honest. That's a hard trade, but it could stay open. I mean, we are really bearish right now, so it could. I would prefer it not. So we'll see. Caught a trade off that BBC candle and made 2K reaction on 1 hour inverse and then drew the 1 hour balance. Nice, bro. That's for the funded account. I have an eval right now that I have funded, but the one I'm on right now is an eval that I'm trying to get rid of. Maybe we'll full port when Trump speaks or something. Really gonna do that, huh? I think the 15 might stay open here, if I'm being honest. I mean, we're already inside the 10. I'd have to just tape read this. I really can't execute this with high probability. This would simply be a tape read trade. Yeah, there's no way I can execute this. How to trade out there? You can tape read this. Technically, the model formed. It's still before 1530. It could very well play out, right? It very well could. But the 15's open, and I don't like that. But we can just sit here and watch. Good lorry. Good lorry. Good lorry. Lorry. What's good lorry? What's good lorry? No trade day for me. No trade day for me. Maybe on this eval, but definitely not on the fundeds. Don't want it on the fundeds. If this happens now, I'll execute on the eval. We'll just go 3 minis. Do you trade rejection blocks? No, sir. Maybe has a higher time frame PD array when I'm looking at a liquidity pool being engaged, but not entering off a rejection block. Let's 5-minute IFEG and go higher. I don't know what 5-minute IFEG. Oh, you mean this is gonna inverse? I mean, maybe. I still think the 15 staying open is probable. Retraction my form here on ES. Yeah, and I have an eval here opened up. I'm not looking to press the button on my fundeds because we missed the move, if we're being honest. Right. We already missed the ideal entry. But I have an eval here that I'm looking to, I guess, half port or full port. For how your trading style tomorrow could be no trading, then it'd be a heck, correct? Yes, tomorrow morning I'm not trading my fundeds. Again, I'll have an eval open where we can just full port or half port, but it's good, Roddy. You didn't miss much. We missed the move. I had the wrong buys. How many accounts do you have? I have a lot of accounts. I have Apex, Top Step, Alpha. Right now I'm trading. I'm mostly just focused on my Alpha and working on getting multiple Apex. That's my main focus right now. How much time do you need to pass eval? I try to pass it pretty quick, usually 1 week. I don't want to waste more time. What was your first funded? My first funded was Top Step. So impressive? It's not impressive, bro. I'm risking way more to pass quickly, right? It's not an impressive thing. How was the live trading drawdown? Haven't really been trading the fundeds that much. I have like a couple wins on a couple, but haven't been really trading the fundeds on Apex that much. You know how to track it? No. I kind of just go with the flow, bro. Are you in? No. Why don't you trade Top Step? I do, but right now I'm just focusing on Alpha because Alpha payouts are easier, and I'm trying to make it as easy as possible right now to make money. And that's what I'm doing, trading Alpha futures. Mm-hmm. 1 minute IFG and CISD. Let's see. Is the Alpha Zero plan worth it? Yeah, it is worth it. It's really easy to get a return on your investment. It's 3 times cheaper than the standard account, assuming you pass one. And have you ever a payout from Alpha? Yes, and they are really quick. All my Alpha payouts have been less than 24 hours. It's pretty amazing. How is it easier? They have a consistency rule and TopStep doesn't. Because it's very easy to stay consistent. I mean, I'm averaging between 1 and 4R every single trade. And it's really easy because all you need is 3 winning days. You don't need a buffer. You don't need... 5 winning days is not a hard thing. That's not why TopStep's hard. TopStep's harder because you have to get a buffer, right? You have to get a buffer. No, do not take payouts in crypto. If a prop firm gives you payouts in crypto, unless they're really reputable, do not trust them. I do all my payouts in Wise. TopStep's a great firm though. I love TopStep. I love TopStep. It's just Alpha payouts are really easy. If I go on one little tiny mini winning streak, I can probably request a payout on my Alpha accounts. That's really easy. That's really easy. Last week, we lost the first 2 trades, and then we won like 4. I was up, payout, easy, done. Like, you can't do that with any other firm. You really just can't do that with any other firm. So, that's me. Is prop firm income official for you? Do you pay taxes? Yes. I have to report and keep track of all the money I make because I technically am self-employed. Not technically, I am self-employed. So where I live, I have to report at the end of the year how much money I made, and I can write off expenses as well. Consistency rule keeps me in check. It's 40%, yeah. I feel like people don't realize it's not $99. Make sure you get 20% off. It's $70. Don't scam yourself. Consistency rule keeps me in check, risking the same amount, making similar amounts every time. Yes, that is true. It also keeps me in check, and that's what I like about it. But let me explain to you what 40% consistency means. Let's say, for example, you make $2,000. Your best trading day cannot be 800. Is that really hard? Is that really hard? It kind of makes sense. If you're up 2,000, you know, with a good amount of trades, and one of them was 800, it's kind of like, I'm not going to say a red flag, but like, you kind of want to lock in, you know? Kind of need to lock in there. Don't be getting too greedy. We don't need a buffer on Alpha, so whatever we made, the drawdown will always say 2,000 plus current balance. No, hold on, I think you got that wrong. Say you make $500 on Alpha futures. You can request $500. You have $1,500 left, right? Compare that to, let's say, TopStep. If TopStep you make $500 and you're eligible for payout, you can request, first of all, you can't even request the 500. You can only request 250. That's the first thing, which is not a bad thing. But the issue is you only have 250 left to work with on the account. They wipe out the other 1,500 that you're supposed to have, or I guess 1,750 that you're supposed to have in buffer. That's just stupid, in my opinion. That's stupid. You cannot make more than 800. No, you can. You just have to make more money. For example, if you make $3,000, your best day can't be 1,200. Okay? It all depends on how much you make. But yo, TopStep's a great firm. You know, every firm has its advantages. On TopStep, you can hold trades and for really long if you want to, right? That's a good thing. On Zero, you can only request 50%. Yes, on the Zero account, you can only request 50%. Zero is like kind of a combination between TopStep and Alphas, but it's the downsides between them. But on Zero, you also don't need a buffer, and it's $70. Yeah, all in, no activation fee. So it's a really good beginner account. So if I make 500 on my current balance of 5,500, after I withdraw my first 500, how much do I have left? You would have 1,500 left. Zero has a daily loss limit. It's not like it doesn't like break the account though. It's just you like it'll stop you for the day, you know? What do you mean I don't need a buffer? I need the 50% buffer. No, you don't need the 50% buffer. Say you make 400, you can only request 200, right? If you make 1,000, you can request 500, right? That's what that means. 14:30 to 15:30 p.m. is like kill zone for NQ. 14:30 to 15:30 is the second last hour of trading. I mean, that's all it is. It's the second last hour. When should I claim my first payout? Brother, as soon as you're eligible, I always tell people to take it. You have no reason to not. You have no reason to not, right? As soon as I'm eligible with Alpha, I've requested payout every time, and I will keep doing that until I want to go for a really large one, but I don't need to. I think we invert the daily. We're going to be bearish the next few, say, the weeks. My game plan on that is if we inverse the daily or if we get the shift here, meaning we close bearish, I'm looking at that weekly fair value gap, the previous week's low. And depending on how bearish we get there, potentially here. I don't know what the next month will do, but we'll see. Does Alpha also only allow you to withdraw 50%? Only on the zero account. So if you want the zero account, which is the cheaper one with no activation fee, that's the only downside. You can only request half of what you make. From there on out, larger you grow your account, the more you make. The way I see it is if I can consistently take small payouts easily with no stress, don't have to build a buffer, don't have to keep risking more. All I need to do is get more accounts, and I don't need to change the way I trade. You're here on PM session? Because it's FOMC day. Gatie, you trade today? No trades for me today, brother. Which account are you talking about? We're talking about Alpha Futures Zero Plan versus Standard. Is it end of day? It is end of day, yes. Max withdrawal for a 50K standard is 15,000. For a zero account, which is the, let's say, beginner one, 1,500. Are you talking about the zero or the standard? For the zero account, it's 1,500. For the standard, it's 15,000. With the standard accounts, you can only request after 2 weeks, right? I mean, after 2 weeks of activating. It's 2 weeks after your first trade. So what I do, might not do this anymore, but what I do, Luca, as soon as I'm eligible, I stop trading. I stop and wait for my payout date, you know? Because I don't want to risk it. Well, it depends. I mean, if it's like a $400 payout, like, all right, I might risk it for, maybe wait. But if it's your first couple payouts, man, just wait. Just take the money. Get yourself paid. Get the weight off your shoulders, because I know what it feels like. What is the requirement on zero? 5 winning days, 40% consistency. No buffer needed. As soon as you're eligible, as soon as you meet that criteria, request the maximum amount you can request. Does it consistently rule for your profits or total brand? The consistency rule is your best trading day cannot be that much percent. If it's 40% consistency, your best trading day cannot be 40% of your total profits. On the day you request payout. You don't have to keep track of your consistency rule every single day. On which account you don't need buffer. Any Alpha Futures account. How much you made this month? I honestly don't know, but we're up 4 figures. Something in the 4s, mid 4s maybe. Depends. Oh, I guess the month's over now, so ask me Monday, and I'll give you a number if you want. Which account? Yeah, any Alpha Futures account you don't need. I want to trade NQ in the 1 minute. What firm is the best for speed? They're all equal in that sense. They're all equal in that sense. How long have you been trading for? It's been about 2 years for me, trading futures. So you can make up to 6K a month with the zero account. 1,500. The zero account max, oh yeah, per week. Yeah, with 1 zero account, you can make up to 1,500. You can also get 3. So if you're really extreme with your risk, you can go crazy. 1,500, you know, on 3 accounts every week. Take Profit Trader. I think they're a good firm. I don't think they're better than Alpha. I don't really have a reason to go with them, but they are a good firm. You can try that, Sergio. No, this is just a tape read protraction model. Super late, deep discount. How long have you been trading in general? 2 years and 3 months. Can you explain how to use standard deviations? There's a lot of ways to do it. I'll show you the main ways I do. First is Asia. This one I do it almost every time Asia ranges. You can see how much the day usually goes. Usually you don't go past -2 on Asia. -2 even itself is pretty extreme, right? So you can use that, right? Say here we're really in premium because not only are we at high of day, we're this much higher than Asia, and that's rare, right? Same thing here. We're really deep in discount, okay? So you have those two scenarios. The other two ways I would use it is for the daily power of three, which I would use the 15-minute manipulation leg. This is to project the daily candle. You also have the specific 4-hour power of three intraday, which we do the same thing based off the 14 opening price. And if you want more information on that, it's on my YouTube for free. That's how I do it. That's how I use it consistently. Always the same. I'm 5 months in. I'm taking a nap now, so I appreciate you, bro. Yeah. What's a good plan if you're down and in drawdown and you're funded? Same plan that it was before, brother. Can you please give me a 20K funded? I can't do that for you, bro. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. Day 67. Don't lie. It's day 1. This is your first day asking. Well, boys, no trade day for me. Might trade this eval when Trump speaks to pass or fail it, but I don't want to promote bull porting habits, so I wouldn't do it on stream. I appreciate you guys coming through. I think Friday and Thursday low is the main draw right now. ES is 50% inside that daily bullish fair value gap, but we may get a shift here for a while, and we can target potentially sell side on the daily chart. This is a possible scenario. You can get the discount on all 3 accounts, yes. If you use my code, listen, let me say this. This is the last time I'm going to say this because tomorrow is the giveaway. A lot of people use my Alpha Futures code and did not message me on Discord. If you Trump speaks at 4, so in like 30 minutes. If you use my code for an Alpha Futures account, please message me on Discord. That's all I'm asking. Message me on Discord if you used my Alpha Futures code to get a discount. That way I can enter you into the giveaway, which is tomorrow. I'm going to give away 4 accounts. Probably will be between 10:30 and 11. We'll give away the accounts. Use the code, but I never win the giveaway, so I don't bother. I mean, it happens, bro. I feel you. Someone's going to win, though. In fact, 4 people are going to win. I'm going to call it a day. See you, Jonas. I appreciate you guys coming through. What the catalyst was for the PM session move. FOMC, brother. FOMC. Check the economic calendar. It's on a Wednesday every single month, one time. Hey, Gatie, I just want to say no state on Charmaine, but I made a Discord and I enjoy your stream. Oh, thank you, bro. That makes me feel good. You know why that makes me feel good? Because Charmaine is really respectable. I respect Charmaine. I don't respect many traders out there, but I do respect Charmaine because he trades live. And I respect people who trade live because I know it's not easy. So I appreciate you hearing that, brother. Appreciate hearing that from you. They waited till 2:45 though. I thought it'd be closer to 2. The real move starts at 2:30. Say 8 out of 10 times. There's 2 sets of news. 2 p.m. and then 2:30. 2:30 is usually when the real move starts. I've heard the my fund and future starters are $60 no activation fee, no consistency rule, and 5 winning days. That is true. However, you need a buffer to request a payout. So that's a great deal. I'm not saying it's a bad account. Just know it's not going to be as easy as Alpha Futures to actually get the money out. Yo, how many live fundeds have you blown before you got on your first payout? Funded accounts or evals? I only blew 1 funded before my first payout, but I blew like 6 evals, 5 evals maybe. I literally entered a little bit lately after Shemaine entry, so my stop loss a little bit higher. It swept me out, then ran all the way to my TP. Shemaine not hate this market. I mean, you should have put your stop loss where it was supposed to be, you know? How big is the buffer on my fund of futures? I think you need 2,000. Tesla calls. It's not a bad idea. Tesla's too volatile for me to put my real money on it personally. I don't invest in Tesla. I give you props on what you did before on the bias. You was disciplined for not taking that trade when you switched your bias. It was too late, and you still were disciplined for not taking a trade. Thank you, LeBron. I hope people can learn from that, right? We did not make money today, but I had a bias. I was wrong. I did not FOMO. I did not take a losing trade. I waited for my model. The model did not form. My model protected me from a loss. And then when I did switch my bias, it was too late. My model did not form. I was able to call the move lower, but I was not able to execute. And that's why I'm still in the game, you know, because today was no pain. Yeah? Follow the rules. That's it. That's all we got to do. How long you been trading full time? I'm going to be honest. I kind of had success from the beginning, bro. I feel like I prepared really well. I had a lot of months where we didn't get money, but we've always made more than we put in. So how do you control emotion trade, please? We're going to get to that in the psychology series. We're going to get to that. Do you want my honest opinion on what you should do? You're not going to like it. I'm going to be honest. You're probably not even going to take my advice. But I'm going to tell you what you should do. The first thing you should do is watch this video on my YouTube channel. Right? That you'll probably do. The second thing you should do is go start reading the book Trading in the Zone. I don't think you're going to do it. But if you do, it will help. Do you think it's a good idea to buy an Apex account and wait till I'm profitable to trade it? Nah, bro. I'm going to be honest. Don't even bother. You'd have to pay monthly. There's going to be another 90% off. Trading in the Zone is so good. I love Trading in the Zone. It's a great book. Crazy thumbnail? Yeah. Took one trade in the AM. Market was dead. No juice. Yeah. No trades for me. Do longs look good here or am I tripping? I think this market probably goes sideways until Trump speaks. And then I have no idea. I'm going to be honest. I think the obvious draw is right here. But no one can tell me that it's very obvious it's going to dump there when Trump speaks. Everything you know is only from ICT. Only from ICT. Yes, I've never had a mentor. So everything I learned from ICT. But I also have 2 years of trading live experience and around 6,000 to 7,000 backtested trades. That's where I learned most of my stuff, if I'm being honest. There's no books or anything else you got trading knowledge from. Just the psychology books. It's just ICT lectures. 6 to 7K thousand backtested trades. Days, not trades, my apologies. Days. 6 to 7,000 backtested days. All of ICT's lectures, most of them I watched multiple times. And then these last 2 years, I've been trading on YouTube every single day live. 2022 model, the top 5. There is no top 5 models, brother. The sooner you realize this, the sooner trading will become easier. That's like 5 years. Yeah. No. Don't misunderstand. I wasn't backtesting for 5 years. I went into backtest. For example, 1 year has 250 trading days, right? That's how I'm keeping track. And I've done multiple years, multiple times. For example, I've done 2024 like 5 or 6 times now. So that alone is like 1.25. There's also a lot of times I did it for like 2-3 months, went back, changed my model, did it again, went back, changed my model, went back. So like 6 to 7,000 days in test. Went over price action 6,000, 7,000 times. Primarily the last 4 years, but I've also done before 2020 during weekend. I used to do it all the time. Every day. Still do it here and then. I like backtesting. It's fun. It's practice. It's like warming up. Hello, are you a full-time trader? Yeah, I do nothing else to make money, if that's what you mean. Make enough to cover my expenses, invest and save. And I'm looking to make more and more. Do you tell people you're a day trader? I tell people I'm a trader. When they ask, I say I'm a trader. It's not a fun conversation though. It's kind of like practice round. Yeah, it's literally just a practice round. Practice. A really good thing to get into is, for example, say we have CPI next week. Say we have CPI next week. Go back to CPI. Why not? Is it going to hurt you? One day, you get one day, go back test one CPI and be like, this is what CPI did. Come on. It's not going to hurt you. People act like backtesting is like going to ruin your trading. Oh, it's nothing like the real market. Okay. Shooting a shot before a basketball game and warm up is nothing like shooting a shot in the game. Are you still not going to practice? Practice, man. Start a paid Discord. Eventually, we will move to private Discord streams. But obviously, the money is a bonus, but it's more so just so I can trade better with less people watching me. And when I say less people, I mean less trolls. Also, for the people who actually do watch and learn, it'll be more beneficial to them because I'll be able to read chat. Brother, when's the last time you cordled? I did it on my own like 2-3 days ago. How long would you backtest for? I used to go, but when I first started, the whole day until bedtime. Until bedtime. Like every hour I had, I spent on backtest. When is psychology video part 2 dropping? The script is almost done. I can drop it this weekend probably. It'll be on discipline. Yeah, I know, but there's a difference between full-time trader and just a trader, don't you think? Yeah. There's an aspiring full-time trader. That's what you mean. You don't get burnt out. I 100% got burnt out. I would not recommend doing what I did. I wish I could go back and do differently. But I was running on full passion. Well, boys, that's it for me today. I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live again tomorrow. Tomorrow's giveaway day. If you use my code because you like me, I appreciate you. Message me so I can add you to the giveaway. How would you backtest now? Now I just do it for practice. There's no real reason for me to backtest. Except, I mean, there's a backtest I'm doing right now. And the reason I'm doing a backtest right now, the purpose of it is to mimic how I would compound gains on a live account. Meaning, I'm risking 2% on a live account. Every time I make 10%, I'm going to adjust my 2% risk. See how I can compound the amount I've made to make more. I need to figure out the best edge for me to do that, right? Is it 2.5% or is it 2%, right? Is it compound every 10 or 5% or 20%? I got to figure out those numbers. And the only way I can do that is trial and error on live and backtest. That's the purpose of this backtest I'm doing right now. But you can't go wrong. I mean, there's nothing, like, this is like very minimal things. Risk 2%, compound every 10. Simple. Very simple. Got some questions, but I think you're about to leave. Next time. You can message me on Discord if you have any questions. I appreciate you guys coming through. I'm gonna go get some food. I'll see you guys. Peace.